Unit 8. Planning. Recording 8.1.
Recently, we decided to open a new sales office in New York. First, I arranged a meeting with the finance department to discuss the project. We prepared a budget with details of the various costs involved. Then we collected information about possible locations for the new office. We considered two options, one in Greenwich Village and the other near Central Park. After doing some more research, I wrote a report for the board of directors. Unfortunately, we made a mistake when we estimated the costs as the exchange rate changed, and so we didn't keep within our budget. We overspent by almost 20%. We had to rearrange the schedule for moving into the building because the office was not redecorated in time. The board of directors was unhappy because we didn't meet the deadline for opening the office by the 15th of December. It finally opened in January. However, we forecast sales of at least $500,000 in the first year.
Recording 8.2.
What are the most important things to do when planning in business?
It's important to have a clear idea about your business goal. Don't worry about the jargon. It's often called mission statements or vision statements. But just remember that you cannot plan a journey without a destination in mind. So you need to know where it is you want to get to. Choose the structure for your business very carefully and don't reinvent the wheel. There is a lot of good guides out there in the marketplace. This structure will then lead you logically and sequentially through all the activities that you need to do. Planning is very, very important. For startup businesses, new businesses, you can make your mistakes on paper. And for established businesses embarking on new projects, the same applies. One particular tip, desktop market research is great and is very valuable, but research carried out talking to real clients who really want to buy your service or your product breathes life into any plan. Also, if you talk to clients and potential clients and find they don't like your offer, you can then find out what it is you would need to do in order for them to buy some adapted or revised offer. So use your clients to market test your ideas and help you to refine your plan. And again, this applies to both startups, new businesses, and established businesses. And with established businesses, it is always worth undertaking independent research. Sometimes clients prefer to talk to third parties, especially if they have concerns. And remember that it is the analysis of these concerns that helps shape the business moving forward and make it a better business.
Recording 8.3.
How often do you think businesses should revise their plans?
Knowledge collection never stops, so business plans must be regularly updated and used as working tools. The hard work that goes into a business plan, researching clients, competitors, the marketplace, will be repaid again and again if you keep it all up to date. A business plan isn't something you do for your board or your bank or for Tuesday or for Wednesday or your shareholders and then you use it as a doorstop. Your working business plan is a template for any plan that you might produce for an external funder, someone that you're looking to put money into your business to help you start, whether it's a bank or a business angel or an equity partner, or even someone who might want to buy your business outright. So the business plans are your route map, and any diversion should be noted. The destination, of course, always remains the same.
Recording 8.4.
Can you give us some examples of businesses which were helped through good planning?
Small and medium-sized businesses, SMEs as they're called in the trade, those that grow fast and profitably always have good business plans and good business planning processes. And this has been identified as one of their critical success factors. And the best SMEs involve people in the creation of their plans to ensure ownership. There's no point in imposing a plan and then asking people to follow it slavishly. The worst employees will, the best won't. The best companies communicate them all to their staff. Everyone needs to know the destination and be inspired by it. Everyone needs to understand their personal contribution to achieving the goals set out in the plans, and they must have their targets and own them accordingly. There's no business that is not helped by good planning. The best example is Green and Black chocolate, which is quite a famous one. Now that's owned and was run by a chap called William Kendall. Before he had that business, he owned a business called the Covent Garden Soup Company. And he wanted to sell that business, but he hadn't planned to sell it. And he found it very difficult to sell. It took him almost 2 years to sell that business because no one believed that they could run it as well as he could. So there was nothing in it for the purchaser. When he then made an investment in Green and Black, he immediately planned to sell the business. And what he did was he went to Cadbury's and said, "Would you like to take a stake in my business?" And Cadbury's took 10%. Several years later, Cadbury's have now bought them out. And that's good planning.
Recording 8.5.
We need to decide exactly when we're going to move. Any suggestions?
I think July would be the best time. It's very quiet then, isn't it?
You mean we don't do too much business then?
Exactly. Our sales are always down that month and quite a few staff are away on holiday. We could move all the office equipment at the weekend, do everything at once. That's the best way.
Could I just say something?
Go ahead.
I think we should take longer to move. A weekend's too short. In my opinion, we should do it department by department.
How do you mean exactly?
Well, each week a different department would move. That way there would always be people here who could handle customer inquiries, phone calls and so on.
I see what you mean. Maybe it would be better to phase the move over several weeks. Of course, we'll have to keep our staff informed at every stage of the move. We can do that mainly by internal email. Now, moving on to the question of transport. We've contacted 2 companies, National Transport and Fox Removals.
Sorry, could I just comment on that, Mark?
Certainly.
I don't think it would be a good idea to use National. I've heard 1 or 2 things about them. I don't think they're too reliable, but Fox would be fine. They've got an excellent reputation in the trade.
OK, perhaps it would be better to use Fox then. You know, there's another possibility. We could get our own people to do the moving.
What, you think our transport department could do the job?
Well, why not? They're not too busy in July.
I don't think that's a good idea. This is a really big job. We need a specialised firm for that, like Fox. They've got the experience and will do a good job, even if it does cost us a bit more. Also, Fox offers a free consultation service.
You're probably right. I'll call Fox and discuss the relocation with them. I'll see if I can persuade them to lower their price a little.
Recording 8.6. A.
I'd like a really interesting report on an important business topic, something that makes you think, plenty of facts and details. If a company's having problems, give us all the information. If there's a new tax affecting business, tell us all about it.
B.
I think the presenters should be 2 young people with lots of personality who know a bit about business, a male and female, That'd be perfect.
C.
Please, please, don't be boring. What about a funny story? Something light, which will make us laugh on our way to work.
D.
The program must be lively. Maybe you could have a topic for the day and get people to phone in with their opinions. Then we could talk about it at work.
E.
We'd all like short interviews with important people. Maybe some advice. They could talk about mistakes they had made and how to avoid them.